All right, let's look at the market here real quick. What's going on live? What we're looking for right now. So today the market is just grinding on up, percentage point higher. Nothing new going on. What I mentioned yesterday was one thing I'd be looking for is when the price to hit. Oops, what's that? Hit the extension level, which is the orange line right here. I'll look for some pullback. And it did hit that, came back down a little up. It's been just in a range. Now it's at the top of the range that is at earlier today from 7:40 a.m. And let's see if it's going to go on past it, or it's just going to keep on ranging up and down here today. Overall, it's up close to a percentage point. So what I'm waiting for is we're still in these two short setups right here, with the target for this one being down here at 65.70 and the target for this one being down here at 64.81. I don't have my entry till way up here till the 10 line. If it goes up there and hits that from the Fibonacci extension level, that'd be great if it does, but obviously not guaranteed for that. So 1 minute, see if there's anything we can take from there. Let's see, went down, hit that, went up, nope, that trade is done. There wouldn't be anything else. Yeah, that one's done. That's interesting, went up, hit the 10 anyways, came down. Uh-oh, what did I do there? What did I do that? Alright, yeah, nothing going on in the 1 minute. A little bit longer here, 15 minute. Looks like this is running up into some longer time. That one's done too. This one hasn't hit it quite yet, but it's just stair stepping higher. Hits it, goes, takes it out, hits the entry, or the exit, goes, it hits the exit. So nothing really. That'll be probably a pretty decent level if it runs up there and hits that. So yeah, just waiting to see. Hopefully the market pops off higher and we get in short up here. But unless there's some crazy news, it's over 3% today. So possible, but it needs some news. Russell, same thing as the S&P 500, just waiting for, there's a trade right here to go down right here, and then if it hits up here at, what is that, 2558.50, we look for the XV 24.99 right down over here. And I believe from this one, let's go back to the 5 minutes, that's what it's on. I do not even have that set up yet. Let's see. I do. Alright, we'll go back to the 15. It's easier to see. Is that really where it is, or is that where it is? No, that's where I have it. Okay. A little more here, right there. There we go. So yeah, the two short entries we're at right now. This one right here, the top of that line was at 24.99. The exit right now is down here about 24.75. And then currently for this trade right here, this red box, the entry is 24.99 with the exit being all the way down here at 24.39. But if price just pops up a little bit more up to the top of the red box here, 2558.5, then the exit we're looking for is 24.99. But I don't look to get in until it's closer to the 10 if it hasn't been hit yet. So still's got ways to go for that, just like the S&P 500. Well, that's over 6%. So yeah. So that's all of that right now. the Dow. Still in short setup right here. Price at the top of the red box right there. What is that thing on? One of these things is not the right thing. That one's not. So the exit we're looking for, and that short setup is currently down here, 45.994. And then for this, oh, this is a long-term setup. Yeah, that one over there. So I think we'll go look at the hour chart for that one. So there's that to that. Hit the green, came back and retraced. Hit the top of the green box, so the exit is the green line, but that did not hit. The price came back down, hit the bottom of the green box, which moves the exit to the top of the green box. So that's currently where we're at. We're looking at 48. What's that? 48.451 for it. So from there to there, 3-point rally. The only way I'd like to get in it, if price really dropped out and hit way down here, but for that to happen, it's 18% drop. That'd be in a big market sell-off. So yeah, looks like we're in another 15-minute. Well, this one actually may be done. Let's see. To that, to there. Hit the black, came down, hit the green. So that one's done. Some resistance hitting there. It's hitting the resistance off the 200 line from this trade right here. We'll see if price blows through it. Hopefully it does. That'd be great. I love that. Even though the exit or the entry is not all the way to way up here. Almost close to 9% away from that. But yeah, we'll look for the near term. Look into the green box. So look for upside for the near term for the Dow. And yeah, that's all, because all these ones are all getting, since it's getting all this resistance over here, it's all getting filled up. So that's all there is for that. NASDAQ. Nothing going on. Stair stepping higher. That trade got completed. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this one was ever a trade right here. Let's see. Oops. It was a trade. Filled it, hit the top up here, came back hit there. So yeah, that one's done. Well, I already had that one marked. Yeah, no, nothing else. This market's real boring. See the hour chart, doing longer term setups. Market straight up. Hit that, came down. Hit that, I was down back here. I wonder what that would be. That's hitting off of 3. Yeah, right on the 3. It's up. Okay. That's completed now. Nothing there. Yield oil. Still looking for the short. Down here. Down to, is that 95.47? That's the target we're looking for right there. Crude. Getting on close today. Didn't quite get it. So look for another push down here. Hit that. Been nice to get in right there. Ooh, that'd been real nice. It's like a long setup right here. See if it's done. No, it hasn't started yet. It's a long setup to look for. It's hit the first green line. Now we need to pull back to the black. And the first target's there. If it goes down all the way to the black without hitting that target, move, exit comes there. And lastly, if price goes all the way down to the 10 line down here, we'd move the exit to the bottom of the black. And that's where I'd like to get in. And that's also a entry. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's from this short setup over here, that way. I think this was a trade. Was it? No, didn't hit it. This one's probably done. Yep. There's a setup it is in. Right there to right there. There, price came up, hit the green. There's the entry right here. Came up very close to hitting it. Didn't quite hit the green line. I mean, I don't know. I just call that one being done. Yeah, I'll just call that one being done. Close enough. Price came off the round, so close enough for that one. And to be all of them. This one, if hit it. And that's oil. Just waiting for it to come back down here. See if that long setup happens. That one did not hit, I don't think. Nope. This one's interesting. Look at this guy. This only red. Yep. This came back down. Oh man, that would have been such a nice trade right here. Huge 15-minute bar down right there. How big is that? Whew, 14 points for oil right there. Goodness gracious. Almost a point a minute going down right there. But look at that. So that was a long setup right there. What time was that too? 6 a.m. the other day. Price came down, blew down it, hit the 10, then look at that, reversed, stopped, next candle up, next candle, bam, hits it. Man. The 1 hour. Nothing on the 1 hour for oil, so see if it's going to go down and complete that, which would set the long, or it'd hit the long once it hits there. If we don't get hit up there, then it goes down and hits the bottom black line. We need to hit the top black line. That's that. The silver. I think silver's kind of been going way down. Oh, there's all my notes. I don't use that anymore. All my trades I was looking at taking. Or, what is all this stuff? I don't know what this is. Or I was looking at creating new trades. Alright. So the weekly silver peaked up here, 121. Now it's rising some to 75. Nothing on the weekly chart we could utilize. Let's see here. We didn't miss a short. No, hit that one. That one's done. That one's done. Should be done. If not, then this thing doesn't work. Oh, that one's done. Hit that, bam, right there. I don't know if this one needs to be in it. No, not in it. Didn't hit it down there. Still. Daily, anything? Nope. 4 hour. So we're looking at that's come up and get hit for silver. Long up a little bit more. It's 2%. That one's done. About this guy. Hit that right up there. Yield Bitcoin. What are we looking for? What that is. I bet it's looking at the daily chart. Yeah. Alright. Yep, there's that one. Hit it right there. Didn't do anything, so we're looking at 98,000 for that. What's this guy? It's this guy to this guy. That one's done. Hit it right there. It's right there. All right, let's get rid of that. This one, I can't use that one. That's right. Did I hit it? No, I did not hit it. So yeah, Bitcoin. It is in a long. Exit up here is at 98,952 from where it's currently at. So if that goes up, it'll bring the rest of the cryptos up here with it. I don't know if there's another entry. Yeah, the entry's down here. Negative 145. So that's not going to happen. The weekly yet? Is that one? That's not even in one yet. But if price does go all the way down, this would be a very nice trade right here, though. If Bitcoin has another sell-off, which it obviously has right here, it's been in a sell-off since 127 all the way down to 59. Cut it in half. But price goes down, hit 49,365. The next up here is 83,805. And so this would be a really long-term trade. This is definitely something I'd get in right here. Just because Bitcoin obviously can't go negative, so you don't have to worry about that. I mean, I guess if it goes to zero, it's done for. But if then the price does come down, it hits 14,925, then the exit just moves to the zero line up here. So you just get in right here, and then depending on how much you got in for right here versus right here, your exit would be somewhere around the midpoint line. Or I'm sorry, your average would be somewhere in the midpoint line, unless you bought more of that. More down here than you'd up there, then a little bit closer down here. But anyways, you still make some good money. Anything lower than that, if it does go lower than that, just keep buying that, because eventually it would go up to at least 49,365. But I mean, Bitcoin is pretty much the same pattern over and over. And if it ever hit down here, 4,108, that's another inch right there. But Bitcoin's the same old stuff over and over again. Watch them. It's just ABCD pattern over and over. Came down, goes all the way down to 88.6 right here, and then just skyrockets up. What does this one go to? Let's see, before we get a pullback at all. Goes about right there to the 23.6. So 42,701. I don't know what that is. No big deal. It gets to a 50 eventually. Yeah, there's a 50 right here. So if you consider that that's over, then that's one. But ABCD there. And then we have a pullback right here. And all that does is create another ABCD, but price never went up and hit it. So we get a deeper pullback. That pullback hit it 50, real nice pullback. Didn't go up there to complete the ABCD. Hit it, came back down, closed at 88.6, goes all the way back up, and then look right here, hits the 14.6. That completes the ABCD. A, B, C, D, because it looked like originally this is going to be it. A, B, C, D right there. Did not, because it didn't come up and hit that. So then once it made a lower low, that moved the C right here to that lower low. If it never made a lower low, this would have stayed at the C, and if it gone up and hit the D, hit the D, hit the D, nice. That would have done right there. And so we move the ABCDs for it since it made another high and another low. And there you go. Hit that. Look at that. Right bounded to 23.6. Just textbook ABCD trade with a little hiccup in there. And then we have another one right here. It goes 20.6, 38.2 for sure, close to the 50. It goes hits that. Let's see where we get the first pullback to 23.6. There it is right there. So that's just another A, B, C, D up there. A, B, C, D. I guess you could create a new one as well. Right here, there. And then you have a pullback to right there. So that's a new beginning of an ABCD. So you just take the last semaphore right there. There you go. This one, right down the 50 right here. And then right up there. Hit the target. Now we had the sell-off. So what do we think is going to happen now? Well, can't use this one, the new low from that, because since that other ABCD move completed right here, see that one completed, see right there. So then what you normally do is take the C point, and that would be the new low. And then let's see here real quick. There's that. See, there's A, B, C. One of those is going to be it right there. So that was where it hit. So does that come down to 23.6? No, but that one probably does right here. Yep. So that's actually the D point. So that's that. So then the new 23.6 would be right here, A, B, C, but we never had the D point come up here and hit the 1.146 extension level. So we would have kept on watching it, but then unfortunately once it, there's that right there, that's the lowest, the A point. Once it breaks that, the ABCD is done, because obviously you can't have a lower low past the A right there, so that invalidates that. And now we are in a downtrend for it. So the next low we'd look for right here, and look how interesting this is going to be. Look at that, right close to the 88.6 line right there. We're right next to this. So if history continues itself with Bitcoin, which it's done since all the way back here, December of 2018. This is when they created the futures contract for it, and then the futures took everyone's money who was in it over here, because at that point, yeah, the price is over 20,000 when it had been, you know, under 100 at one point, under $1 at one point. And they took everyone's money, wrote it up, took everyone's money, wrote it up, took everyone's money, wrote it up as a fake, took everyone's money even more, and then completed it. So this would be my view. Bitcoin, it's reached that 8.6 level. You got the semaphore right there. It's close, or it's close to it. I think we're going to see a rally up in Bitcoin. And then this weekly chart, so it's probably going, this could take years, but eventually we'll see Bitcoin hit a new high up here and hit at least 138,000 for it. Of course, it can't go higher, but this is just the target we look for. I mean, it could go whip here or even higher, but it'll go to at least right there. Make this an A, B, C, and then you have another D. A, B, C, D trade right there. And then what will happen once it hits up there eventually Again, it can't go much higher, but eventually, after it hits a target, you'll get some type of reversal down, like it's been going. So right now, Bitcoin's in a good long term. It's in a good long term spot, just based upon its historical movements. Just create another ABCD pattern right here. If it breaks it down here, then obviously that's not going to be the ABCD pattern over here, and we'd have to start looking for another stair step up for it right now. But as long as it doesn't break that symbol for right there, we're still in that ABCD move up there. But if it does break it and this trade initializes right here, then we'd have to start looking for the ABCD move at new symbol for us, because I don't draw it. I mean, you can, but I don't go back even further, just looking for just all, because I mean, I guess you could just always just do this, but to me it gets kind of weird, although it has been working. Get down there, hit that, and then yeah, that one, and then same thing. 50 doesn't hit, goes to 8.6, there it hits right there. And then you have another one right here, 23.6 up to right here. And then lastly, 20.6 right up here, 125.776, when the top of it was 127.240. So you can keep drawing it up, and then look what's happening here. So actually this from the all-time low of, well, no, excuse me, all-time low of Bitcoin's futures contract, this is actually working out very nicely. So actually, if this continues off the 50, we'll look at something up here, 145,361. So that's actually worked out very nicely from it. And if the price continues going down, comes on down here, this is just screaming buy, 88.6, plus you have this entry for that setup down here. And then if the ABCD does go back up, complete that, that's a huge gain. Yeah, 59%. All right. Yep, so that's it. I'll be having a video later this afternoon regarding what happened the rest of the day, which, to be honest, looks like a real boring day, and about what I'm looking for going into the 2nd April. All right, talk to you later.